3 ways to be a vulnerable leader and why it pays off. Studies show that managers who lead with heart and soul are more effective, have more engaged employees and contribute more to the company's success. There is no shortage of books, articles, podcasts or lectures on what it means to be a good CEO. The how-tos of leading usually center around drive, motivation, execution and charisma. And they tout quick thinking, authoritative figures who encourage buy-in from their employees regarding decision-making. Why CEOs have trouble with vulnerability. Business leaders are not immune from mental health issues just because they're in powerful positions of responsibility. CEOs, managers and bosses at all levels have the same vulnerabilities we all share as human beings, regardless of our societal and career roles. In fact, mental health issues among C-suite leaders skyrocketed in 2022, with 70% of them considering quitting their jobs in search of a role that supported their well-being. But revealing personal struggles is a problem for most business leaders. They fear if they share their vulnerabilities, colleagues and employees will perceive them as weak and ineffective. Research on leadership, however, shows the exact opposite. When business leaders show their feelings, admit shortcomings and own their mistakes, employees actually perceive them as more trustworthy, reliable and competent. Leadership vulnerability ramps up engagement, productivity and motivation, plus it fuels psychological safety for employees, reduces turnover and contributes to the company's bottom line. Hence, the risks of quiet quitting, productivity paranoia, or quiet firing become dinosaurs. How to be a Good Will Hunter. By being vulnerable and showing my struggles, I am able to build deeper connections with my employees, not just as the CEO of the company, but as a leader who cares about them and our organization. In my ongoing journey to become the best leader I can be, I have found 3 actions the most meaningful. 1. Admit your shortcomings. The CEO acknowledged that all of us have things to work on, and that he hopes that when CEOs are transparent about their areas of improvement, it will have a trickle-down effect on employees and better entire organizations. 2. Be open about mental health. Even as our society slowly starts to destigmatize talking openly about mental health, it's still rare to hear leaders share their personal experiences with mental health struggles, especially in the workplace. I felt there was no better way to go against the grain and lead by example than by being honest about my own experiences. So, I shared something personal, something deep, something that some might find odd to share with the closest friends, let alone all 300 plus of their employees. I shared what I'd learned about dysthymia, which the Mayo Clinic describes as a low mood occurring for at least 2 years, along with at least 2 other symptoms of depression. Some of the symptoms resonated: lost interest in normal activities, hopelessness, sleep changes, and poor concentration. While I may not have been officially diagnosed with this disorder, I have experienced a low mood far too often over the past 2 years, and I expect the same was true for many of our staff. I also shared the actions I'm taking to combat the assault on my well-being: exercising daily. I'm exercising 4 to 5 times a week for 20 plus minutes. Talking it out, meeting with a therapist as needed, and staying vulnerable with friends about life. Maintaining a non-dualistic view of things. I'm practicing the notion that everything isn't just good or bad but can have elements of both. 3. Don't try to have all of the answers. When you're young, you assume your parents, teachers or anyone older than you has all the answers. There's a sense of comfort in knowing that you don't have to have all the answers, but someone does. However, that feeling fades as we get older and enter the workforce. Everyone wants all the answers, and if they don't have them, they assume someone above them, usually their boss or CEO, does. Being expected to have all the answers can come with a lot of pressure if you let it. I'm constantly working to find answers and solutions to improve things for my employees, family, friends and the world in general.